My full potential has a very specific signature, and yours does too. And, for me, it shows up as clarity, a vision, without mental noise, decisions that land cleanly without second guessing. When someone speaks, I don't just hear words. I perceive the whole system, the structure, the energy, the posture behind what's being said. And my body responds before my mind does. This isn't something I activate. It's there when I allow it. And if you're listening to this, chances are you know exactly what I mean, even if it shows up differently for you. You know the difference between forcing clarity and being clear. You have felt moments where your business made sense again, not because you worked harder, but because something inside you settled. And let me tell you, you are already successful, you are intelligent, experienced, perceptive. And what you are seeking now, it's not another form of strategy, another strategy. You are seeking that precise alignment where vision sharpens, pressure dissolves, and decision become obvious again. And that's how I know you are ready for this level of work. And that's how I know you're closer to your own alignment than you think. So here is something subtle and powerful I've learned over the years. Your genius never announces itself with effort. It reveals itself through ease, precision, and probably timing. And when I'm fully aligned, I don't search for answers. They organize themselves by themselves. And my attention naturally zooms in and out, and from the big picture of business to the exact point that asks for care, recalibration, or realignment, or cleansing. And sometimes the solution is very concrete, like a structural shift, strategic decision, changing a software or people, or a clear next step. And sometimes before any strategy can land, something else needs to happen first. Something like a release, a clearing, a realignment in the person, in the entrepreneur, the nervous system, the team, or even in the field, or in the field. And once the flow is restored, really restored, like alignment, solution arrive simple, yes, luminous, and totally adapted. That's when momentum returns. So there's no need to force. And here is the paradox that most entrepreneurs miss. The more intelligent, capable, and experienced you are, the more tempting it is to think your way out of what actually has to be felt. So you push for clarity, refine frameworks, then you look for better strategies. And yet the real shift often happens somewhere else. In the body, in the field, what hasn't been spoken yet. When I work with someone, my body becomes the mirror. Sensation appears, tension, pressure, fatigue, heat, often in my belly, my heart, they feel contracted, or even my throat. So they point to places in the system asking for attention. Once those places are acknowledged and supporting, everything reorganizes. Calm returns, the vision sharpens, decisions become obvious, and business starts moving again with serenity and, of course, flow. None of this happens without safety. What allows clarity to emerge isn't effort, it's the space you are in, the space you hold, a space where you don't need to perform, where even non-verbal information is welcome, where the truth can surface naturally because you feel safe, secure, and it's one of my talents to open this space. It's not forced, it's not extracted, or it's just revealed. Scales when it's embodied. Now let me turn this back to you, because this isn't about my way being special. It's about recognizing that your way has a signature. And there is a mode of functioning where you become more you. And that's what we crave for the new paradigm for tomorrow. You being more you. Moments where time disappears, where decisions feel clean, where your body relaxes while your impact expands. That's your natural intelligence at work. Not something to optimize or something to honor. It's just when you recognize this, everything shifts. You feel it, you can feel it in your body. Then you stop demanding on external validation, you stop draining energy through decision making. You just start trusting your own clarity and respecting the moment when it hasn't landed yet. It's just here, you feel it, and believe me, it will really land soon. So this kind of trust becomes your compass. And then, markets changes, business models evolve, the future stays uncertain. What remains stable is the way you perceive, decide, and move when you are aligned. It's your foundation, your flexi solidity. So here is my invitation for you today. You don't need to figure anything out right now. You don't need to name your genius. We don't care about the name of your genius. Just notice, when do things feel obvious for you? What are the conditions? How is the space where things feel obvious for you? When does your body relax while your impact increases? When does clarity arrive without pressure? You already have the answers. Just have to pay attention. Sometimes all the need is the right space to emerge. So allow yourself to access this space, to feel it. And when they do, everything changes really quietly, deeply, and it's so sustainable. So, dear awakened entrepreneur, it's your turn now. Pay attention to this space, to your talent, to your gifts. How do you move? How are you in this space?